Hey, Sven. Hi, how are you? Aloha. Aloha, that's funny. It kind of felt like aloha today. Weather was really nice here. Kind of a wind, but yeah. I was at Shinjuku Samurai most of the night because Kosami had her live event there. So I had to go there pretty early. How are you, Sven? You okay? Life good? Hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully everyone's doing all right today. If you guys are pretty busy, totally understand. Just thought I'd get up here and do a Patreon podcast and then just kind of address a couple things. And yeah, exactly. Just I have to send some stuff your way. What's up, Julio? How you doing? Shift is over. Otsukare sama des. Good job, Sven. Nice to see you here, Julio, as always. Hopefully, Julio, you got my message earlier this morning. Can't wait for your reply, bro. Yeah. So, couple things happened today in the idol world, as well as the normal world. So hopefully we can talk about that. I'm doing good, Julio. Nervous a little about life situation stuff that I've been talking about recently, and a lot of my stuff, my posts and things like that. So, uh, but okay. I was a little upset because I don't know, not maybe the word "little" is not the right word. You know, just things like Gosame had her live event today at Shinjuku Samurai, which I have so many good memories at Samurai. Like one of my best memories was seeing Yanakoto Sotomuto there, and just feeling very deeply moved by their performance there. Um, Also, I had seen Guso drop there, and that was one of my favorite shows because that show. Great, Julio. Yeah, send me what you want, and I'll get you on the list. And thank you, man. Really appreciate it. That really helps. Um, Let me know if you have any questions or anything. But yeah, the Guso Drop show. I remember getting there and like it was just packed. Like, you couldn't even move in Samurai. And I mean, Guso took that stage and they pretty much destroyed everybody and everything, me included. I started dancing. I always create the pits at Guso Drop shows. I was definitely one of the people that definitely started them. And I remember doing like a kick, not like a handstand kick. And when I came up from the handstand kick, some dude knocked me right in my face and my arm, and my fucking watch flew off my arm. I still to this day, I think I lost it at Samurai. It might still be there after all these years. Who knows? But that was an insane hit in my face. Um, I hit him though too pretty hard. Not in revenge or anything. I mean, we me and him were pretty much the two biggest people in that pit, like dancing. And I'm not big, so that can tell you a lot of the dudes were too small. I don't want to really hurt any of the smaller dudes. I don't want to hurt anybody. You're dancing. That's not the goal. But yeah, it was just crazy. It was such a good show. I lost my mind at that show. It was just intense. But Gusto always had that. They always had people going really nuts. I mean, you just don't see that anymore. I mean, mostly because of the pandemic. When you go to Samurai now, it's like you can't even raise your voice. You can't speak. They're so scared. It's unreal. And they also are like really interested in their like online live streaming stuff that they've gotten into, which I mean, good for them to like kind of create another ecosystem of idol outside of the or because of the pandemic. But Samurai used to be the place you go for like even big idol Taibans, and the place isn't big at all. I mean, when you're in there, you feel like no matter where you're at, you're in the show. But I don't know. It's just since the pandemic, it's been one of the saddest and most tragic places to go see a show because all the energy gets sucked out of the room and you can't even like they just don't really allow anything. But then of course with Bupon happens, you can be loud as you want, fucking masks off, talking, they don't give a shit. Yeah. Oh, sorry, maybe I shouldn't do that. I don't know what YouTube's algorithms are. It's just like, how do I put it? Contradiction bullshit as usual. But I mean, I still like Samurai. But I was having a problem because as soon as I got there, I was there. I guess I thought I got there on time. Kasami couldn't come until like pretty much right before she went on due to her work, and so I just wanted to check the CD to make sure it worked. I had to ask the fucking PA girl like 6 times, can you fucking check my CD? They're running around doing everything but checking my CD. And even the promoter asked them, and it's just like, why aren't you guys just? I just want to hear to make sure the sound is good because I haven't heard anything in the Samurai in a long time. Plus, Kasami's music's heavy as fuck, and I don't know if your speakers can handle it, which they really couldn't. It's just I just want to make sure it was okay, but they just like wouldn't do it. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, something that simple, and they can't even do that. And it was a really shitty way to start the show. Thankfully, after that, the show got really fucking good. I saw the first group that went on, Tokyo something Monogatari, where they were incredible. They only had a few songs, but no, I'm not worried about swearing. I did the gun move with my hand, and considering what happened today in America, I don't even know if that's going to be an algorithm or even something I can talk about. So I'm trying to stay away from that. So, I see, I see. But anyways, it's just yeah, the first group that went on were amazing. They had like a real Bis vibe. I went to give the Meishi their manager, and of course he had some long spiel about their, I don't know, producer and some gym show and blah blah. I didn't even get a Meishi out of it. He didn't even give me his contact information. Just like, oh, okay, that's great. So another great fucking live idol group that I'm probably not going to be able to work with because XYZ bullshit reasons. But I don't know. It sucks because they were one of the few groups I've seen in a while that actually like I was like, oh shit, first time hearing them and I'm already liking them. And yeah, of course. I mean, the group was great. I mean, they were wonderful. The girls are great. I met them. They're all nice. Just 3 of them. I don't know if they have more members, but there's only 3 there today. What can you do? Anyways, Julio, what's your question? I do have a question. As I understand, it's 3K minimum from one set of each girl. No, no, no. Okay. Sorry, Julio. So the way it works is this: Hana, Miho, and Kasame each have sets you can choose. 3K gets you 1 set from each girl, and you can choose which set. So 3K gets you 3 sets: 1 from Miho, 1 from Kasame, 1 from Hana. Any of those sets you can choose. The only difference, of course, the grab gear. The grab gear is additional. That's another 3,000 because just on its own, because I have to pay Miho that. Plus, me and Miho, we have a lot. It's a lot of extra work to do grab gear, because she's got to be in the right frame of mind. Her body's got to be in right condition. We have to lack of clothes. There's just a lot that goes into grab gear, so that's why the extra amount is almost. And also, I want to pay her for it because she's doing a lot more than just standing there letting me take pictures with camera. She has to. We have to really pose her, and that can get tricky when you're not wearing any clothes. But anyways, the big thing is for 3,000 yen, you can get 1 set from Hana, 1 set from Miho, 1 set from Kasame. Now, if you want to add on, it's a 1K, it's 1,000 yen per additional add-on. For grab gear, it's like I said, it's just the grab gear is 3,000K regardless of what you do. So I hope that explains it. So if you, for example, if you want all the sets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, okay, yeah, you're actually right. Sorry. Yeah, so it's 9K for all sets. Or 12K if you want the grab gear. You're absolutely okay. You're right, Julio. Sorry. I didn't read your question correctly. So yeah, so what Julio just said is absolutely right. So it's 3K, you get 1 set of each girl, and then 1K for the additional one. So it's 9K for all the sets, or 12K including the grab gear. Sorry to make it confusing. I just like to give people options. Hopefully that's not too difficult. But I also thought, Nick wasn't going to give the option. You're just going to get whatever set you want per month. But then I just Sven had turned me on to this idea of, like, when I do these online live streams, allowing you guys to reserve for all the girls, which in Japan they don't allow you to do. You can only reserve for 1. And I thought, well, this isn't Japan, and I don't want to act like them. So if you want to reserve for more than 1 girl, you just can pay a little bit extra. It's not going to be the full price. It's only a minimal amount it's basically what I'm going to pay them and just a little bit for me. But believe it or not, that actually upped my increase. I mean, for Sekimidru, because of that, the entire iColony live stream was paid for. I mean, that hit a light bulb in my head. So I'm like, well, shit, I'm going to do that for everything. Like, if you guys want options, I'm all about it. So that's why I want to give you guys the options. If you want to get more than 1 set per month per girl, Why not? You know, especially because like if like one person orders a cosplay set for Hana and that's it, it's like me and Hana have to go and figure out what cosplay to do and all that for just one person. And don't get me wrong, even for just one person, we're happy to do it. There's no problem. We enjoy it's all fun. This is the easiest and most basic thing we can do for you guys as a business for Idol reaching out to their foreign fans is bromide sets on the phone. I mean, which I don't mind if you print them out. I would print them out and send them to you, but then you might have to wait forever if you don't have Tenso. And you know, because I don't think Japan Post is going to be closed for much longer. I think that the thing is that ties into, I think, tourism, which I'll get to in a moment. I could be totally wrong, but I'll get into that. But um, when it comes to the bromides, we like to do them, but I'd rather all of you be able to see what we're doing. You know, I mean, if Hana looks really awesome cosplaying as a, I don't know, a witch or something, and only one person to see it, I'm not saying it's a waste. That one person gets to see it, it's not a waste. But I'm saying I want all of you to see it. Because the girls really like when you guys see them, and it's like it's very enjoyable. And you guys always are so complimentary and kind to Miho and Kasami and Hana, and they love that, and I love that, and it's a good feeling and vibe all around. Plus, they look. Those three girls are beautiful. I work with three of the most beautiful girls on the planet. So honestly, you guys, if you want to do the additional add-ons, be my guest. We're happy to do it. And the couple of you guys have actually responded. So far it's been just a handful, but still that's cool. That's, I mean, it's not the 35 I need, but hell, with the add-ons I might not even need 35. You guys might get me up to that point without needing that many. That's fucking cool, guys. Honestly, thank you. With a lot of love and a lot in my heart, I can't thank you enough for it, honestly. So the add-on, again, I have to thank Sven for that. He was the one that originally came with the idea for the Taibon, which you can reserve for all these groups. I applied the same thinking to this, and I think it works. So thank you. About Tenso though, wanted to say something real quick. And then I'll get back to my Kasami story because I figured maybe you guys might want a live report instead of doing the Patreon gigafile upload. But basically, they are doing elections in Japan in July, and the prime minister and the House and everything. If they all get reelected, I think then they will be like, all right, fuck it, we'll just open the borders. Because until then, Kishida, the prime minister, is really enjoying the fact that all these Oji-san voters are like, yeah, keep the fucking foreigners out. We don't want them here. Believe it or not, Japan does not want you here. They do not want, like, it's like 60, 70% of people in the polls here in Japan voted to say, nah, fuck foreigners. We don't want you here. The only ones, obviously, want you to be here are people that have ties to the West or tourism, people that are affected by tourism, their businesses and stuff. But yeah, about 60, 70% of the population that have been interviewed by like local media are like, yeah, we want stricter regulations. We don't want any foreigners here. So Kishida's probably not that. I mean, he understands they can't do what Saikoku? I can't remember which word it is. Saisoku, I think. They can't do that forever. I mean, I guess they can. It's Japan's a sovereign nation, can do whatever they want. But how do I put it? I think the problem is that there are a lot of companies that are doing business here that are run by Japanese that all their business is Saikoku. Sorry, it's Saikoku. Like they're getting completely butt fucked by the tourism ban. So I think they're only going to take so much of that. I mean, they're patient enough to wait a whole 2 years when everyone else has moved on in the world just about. So I think they're gonna, Kishida's gonna wait until he gets reelected. Then he doesn't have to worry about the geriatric population of this country like voting him out for a while. So it's like, well, maybe I'll do it then. So that by the time he gets to the next trip overseas to London or wherever the fuck he goes, he's gonna look like a hero instead of the calculating political strategist that he's acting like right now. Speaking of that, I don't know if you guys saw this, but today marked, I think, the first day they allowed tourists here in little groups. It was 7 people. I think mostly they were from Hawaii. They couldn't have looked more fucking Japanese. They actually are Japanese, I think. And like, I was just laughing. Everybody here was destroying Japan in the news and the press because it's like, you couldn't have picked a more non-foreign looking group of people for the first tourists. Like they're all from like Hawaii, which has a gigantic Japanese population, and it's just like it's just so cold and it's so calculating and so fucked up that Japan would do that, because they're basically admitting without saying it that Japanese people aren't ready to see all these influx of tourists. It might actually it might upset Japanese people, and so they ease it in by bringing people that look so Japanese that they might even be that it's not really bringing tourists in. It just makes them look good in the press. It's hysterical. Like I woke up today to 2 bits of horrible news. That was the fun horrible news. Of course, the other horrible news, what happened in America, and but I don't want to talk about that. But like this is just kind of what you're dealing with here in Japan. It's shit like that. It's like racism is never in your face here in Japan. It's very rare it's in your face, very rare. But it's like this, where they're basically saying we can't adjust to this, to the whiteness coming at us in waves once tourism opens. Let's do it little by little. And it's just, it's all just a big poster for, hey, look, we did something for the government to say when they actually haven't done shit. So I don't know. But that being said, if Kishida does come through and actually opens up the borders, I cannot imagine JP Post not shipping to other countries. Now, from what I'm told, JP Post actually doesn't have the problem. It's the countries. They don't accept it from JP Post. But I don't buy that. I think it's just JP Post giving up. This is a chance to not work with foreigners. I really don't know. So, yeah, exactly. Hitoshi Sakamoto. Exactly, Sven. Oh, Sven hit it right on the nose. But like I think JP Post we could see kind of a big open as early as July. Worst comes to worst, if JP Post doesn't open up, but you guys can come here, you just come to my place and pick up your stuff. I'll buy you all the beers, kind of make up for the shipping or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Get you some more stuff. But honestly, that's sort of the case. Also, side note with shipping, I had for the very first time in 2 years, I had somebody actually really demand their stuff back on Twitter, basically asking if they can refund because they don't think the JP Post is going to open anytime soon. And I'm like, yeah, I don't do refunds. Sorry. Like 100%, I do not do refunds out in the world unless I make the mistake. If I make the mistake, no problem. I will be happy to refund. But I didn't cause the pandemic. It's not my fault. It's an extreme circumstance. And everybody else is getting a Tenso count. So if you really want your stuff that bad, just get Tenso. It's yeah, you have to pay twice for shipping. It fucking sucks. Welcome to Idle. Idle's an expensive hobby. And, unfortunately, that's just how it has to be right now because of the pandemic. And that, according to Japan, is still raging and is fucking, out of control here, apparently, which it isn't, but whatever. Anyways, sorry, I don't want to rant. I wanted to get back to my Kasami story. I just wanted to say, none of you guys that are watching that I'm seeing in the chat, obviously, Sven, Julio, you totally both understand how it works. If I make a mistake, you're definitely getting something, but that's it. So, Dino, hi, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, I actually, if I can be really honest, I think September is a very plausible back to normal situation. But again, it's Japan. Normal in the sense that they might slowly and incrementally allow foreign tourists to come back in. And if today is any indicator of the bullshit they're trying to pull, it might be a while before it's like full blown. So I'm actually thinking 2023 to be honest. But again, I think it's all going to come down to July, the elections. If Kishida gets, if he stays in office, if everything's cool, he doesn't have any pressure then to appease the Oji, the Oji-sans that basically make all the rules here or influence people. Remember one thing about Japan, and again, you have to remember this. If a foreigner complains and bitches about something here, they don't care. If a Japanese person bitches and complains, they care. Because Japanese person pays taxes, votes. Well, I mean, I pay taxes too, but I'm a foreigner, so it doesn't really count. I don't have the power to vote. It doesn't matter what I do, I won't have the power to vote because I'm not a real person in the eyes of the Japanese government here. That's just duh. I'm a foreigner. But it's basically like, how do I put it? By September, I would be hard pressed to think that it wouldn't come back to that. If it could. I mean, I don't know if the weather would be anything, but August in Japan is the most brutal month out of the whole year. It would be kind of funny in a way if they're like, yeah, come on, you can come to Japan, and then all these tourists come here in August and they're miserable, because it really is. August is not a time to come here. It's horrible. Although please come here because it's my birthday, and if I have an event, I'd love for you guys all to be there. But I'm just saying, anyways. Um, September sounds like actually pretty plausible, Dino. Actually, yeah, pretty plausible. But will it? Who knows? It's Japan. I mean, again, today, just to save face in front of the cameras, they allowed 7 very fucking Japanese looking people, and they might even be Japanese. I didn't even bother to check because I just took one look at the picture of the 7 tourists and started laughing hysterically because I was just like, oh, Japan, just when I thought you could not sink any lower and embarrass yourself as a nation, you pull this crazy bullshit where you're I can't, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make it up. It's just the absurdity and the illogical thinking here in Japan, and the racism is just, it's just blah. But anyways, sorry, long answer there. I'm hoping it'll come back by September. I'm hoping it'll come back a lot sooner because my girls, my idols, have been dying. I mean, dying to play for you guys here. They want to meet you so much, and also my ability to go overseas and tour depends on the border opening because of the visa situation I have, and I just do not want to have any problems getting back in the country. And right now, it's all up in the air, and nobody knows. Like it seems like they say one thing and they mean another. Like, I'll give you a good example. Just the other day, the Japanese government came out and said, very surprisingly, I might add, you can go outside and you don't need a mask unless you're really within close proximity to each other, which in a way is sort of contradictory. You cannot go anywhere in Tokyo without being in close proximity to people. This isn't the countryside. Like Tokyo is all, you're nut to butt with everybody here all the time. But they said you can go outside without a mask. Now, of course, nobody's going to listen to that. Everybody's scared to death. So this is a mask wearing culture. They're happy to wear masks forever. But the idea of the government was basically like, well, if you wear a mask, so people were complaining that people were going to get heat stroke. Very valid concern. It gets so unbelievably hot here in Japan during the summer. Heat stroke is a very valid thing. You're sweating. It's just terrible to wear these masks in the summertime. 2 years of it, and I never want to do it again. But for the 7 tourists, or all tourists, they're saying, well, they want you to wear a mask no matter what. No matter where you're at, wear them at all times. Huh? Like, it's like they say one thing and then tell people another. There's like a separate rules for foreigners and a separate rules for Japanese. And that's not cool. So it's like, well, what is it? So when these tourists come, they have to wear masks the whole time. But then you just said if we go outside, we don't need it. So which is it? And of course, they are asking, which means you technically don't have to. But if you don't, they're going to make it so uncomfortable for you, you're going to do it. That's just sort of how it's done here. It's just crazy. Anyways, let me get back to my story. So Kasami had her live event today, Shinjuku Samurai. It was with Gash and a bunch of other groups. I can't remember their names. There was, and the first group, Tokyo something Monogatari, was amazing. I really would like to work with them, but again, trying to talk to their producer and got the whole, well, the manager was there. Well, the producer's somewhere else. He's part of the gym show. Blah 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 blah. Okay, I get it. We're not going to work together. I mean, they didn't give me a Meishi, so it's like, okay, great. So I'll be surprised if I ever hear from him again. I mean, I'm thinking about looking him up on Facebook or Twitter and just saying fucking see. But I actually had another thing happen today, where I woke up and let's just say an idol or idol group who one of my idols have recently performed with, I really fucking liked, and I approached about joining Idol Untold, and the producer of this idol or idol group was like, yeah, it sounds great, and was being really excited. And today I get the message, nah, we're good, we don't need it. We're declining the request. And I'm just like, and I wrote back, I get so frustrated sometimes. I'm like, why? I was like, can you please tell me what is the reason for that? And basically, they didn't give me a reason. They said, oh, well, contact us at a later time, which is basically a nice way of saying, yeah, we're never going to do it. So it just blows your mind when you work with people here. Again, absurdity and illogic. Well, that's rule 3 of Idol. As an idol group, it is your rule to make as little money as possible in your business. That is rule 3. You must follow it. So it was rule 3 in effect. But it's also just sort of like, Why didn't you just tell me that to my face? Why couldn't you just tell me you're not interested? Okay, cool. Or give me a fucking good reason. Like, you don't want to work with me, fine, but tell me why. Like, I think you know, I gave this idol group some business. I promoted them. I just don't get it, but that's how it is here. So whatever. Oh, Samurai already published it for free. That's cool, but I don't think some of the people that watch my YouTube channel even know where to go for that. So I have recorded Kasame's live set. I'll be posting that after it generates in my Apple account. It takes about 24 hours before I can actually download from my Apple account for some reason. Hi, Sven. Good to see you. Hopefully, I hear from you, Sven, about my email I sent you, man. Waiting for a reply, and hopefully, it's a good one. So Sven D, I'm talking to. Nice. Is that a dab icon? That's really funny, Sven. So anyway, so Kasame, yeah, I got there early, and yeah, Kasame didn't show up pretty much till later, and I had to go to the station and go grab her. And it's the first time she's ever been to Samurai, I think, ever in her life. And I've been there plenty of times with plenty of good memories. When I was working for Mary Bad and they played there, I swear to God, every other fucking week. Last Question always play there. Again, I don't know. That's kind of been the home base for groups like Papi Pupe Pomuzkashi and Mary Bad End. It was their home base for a long time. The staff at they have a really nice staff there. There's one girl that works there that I always think is really funny and cute, and I always just very cool. Oh, Kent, good to see you and glad you're on board, man. Thank you so much. Well, that's 6 people. And feel free to ask me any questions if you have any questions about it. By the way, if you are on board, I kind of need everyone's money by the 1st of July or 1st of June, just because because yeah, I kind of want to get started on that. I talked to Kasame today about that. She's really excited to do the cosplay stuff. Any of you guys that choose it, she actually we were going through like her different cosplay, and she has some pretty good ones. So she's real excited to do it. We're gonna do it when I see her next month on the 20th on her Heaven's Door live. We're gonna take all the cosplay then. So you guys will be getting, well, you'll be getting all of her sets. If you order her sets, you'll be getting them after the 20th. So Hana, probably a lot sooner. Same with Miho. Well, Miho depends. Miho likes to really think a lot about this. Not saying that Hana doesn't, but Hana's pretty fast about everything. She's really like boom, boom, boom. But especially if anyone orders the Gravure, me and Miho really have to think about how to do that. Especially because we're also releasing a Gravure Checky set coming up soon, and so I don't really want, I mean, well, this will be an additional thing. We have another idea planned for it, but anyways, that's something. So Sven, thank you so much. And I know you're good, Sven. We already talked. Sven D hopefully will be on board too, and that'll make 7 people. And that's a hell of a lot of people, especially if you guys order the add-ons. That's going to make it really good for me. Because then I won't need 35 people. I only need maybe a quarter of that. But again, order whatever you want. Just want you guys to be part of it. The girls are really supporting me on that, and they're really happy to do it. Kasami's really okay to do it. Yeah. So anyway, so I got there. And yeah, right away I had a problem with the staff because like I asked the girl that was running the PA like 6 times to play Kasami's CD so I could just check it, and she wouldn't for some reason. I don't really understand the logic there for that. It's the first time that's ever happened at a show where they actually wouldn't play the CD. But then they finally did. Sounded okay, I guess. I mean, it's Samurai's setup is not set up. Their speakers aren't set up for the bass and all the other noises that are going on in Kasami's music. Skimiru is set up for that because it's an actual professional sound system. I made those songs for professional systems, so you know it's a little harder to hear everything. I'm gonna mix and master her stuff for the CD release, and I think that will also improve a lot of the overall sound quality of the songs as they're coming out of people's speakers. But it still sounds good now. I mean, Sakimiru she sounded like a god on that fucking stage. It was unbelievable. Anyways, I'm in kind of a pause mode with music right now because all of my songwriters are either sick or out, or God, I don't know what's going on. So I'm just kind of on hold until everybody gets better, recovers, and is good to go. So hopefully they do that soon. But hopefully they also feel better soon. I feel bad for them. Anyways, moving on. So yeah, so after the first amazing group played, I had to go get Kasame. It was the second group that played was Village and Mayer, which I really wanted to see just for the name alone is amazing. Their outfits were cool too. They had like really nice white outfits. But I didn't get a chance to see any of their set, which sucked. But whatever. I had to go grab Kasame, and then Yandol was there. I think it was Yandol Idol, which I haven't seen in fucking forever. And so that was fun to see them because I just haven't seen them in forever. They put on their usual set, and then yeah, then it was time for Kasame, and yeah, I mean, she crushed it. She pulled that. I mean, she blew everyone away. But the funny thing is, okay, so Kasame had her one fan. She has a very loyal fan who comes to all of her shows, or at least tries to, and he's really cool. He always brings me like food and stuff. He brings Kasame just bags of stuff. He's just awesome. He's a very loyal, real Idol fan. To me, he's like old school Idol fan. He gets it. And he was there, and then there's about 15, 20 people at the show. Yeah, I had the usual people that leave when Kasame gets on because they don't want to hear screaming or they just don't care. But all the fans stood on the side, and so I'm filming in the back thinking I have to do this. And yeah, I had like a straight shot because nobody bothered to stand in the middle of the fucking venue. They were all on the side. And I'm just thinking, oh my God. Like, you guys paid money and come have fun. Even if you don't like her, you can at least give her the courtesy and benefit of standing in front of her. But they don't, because that's Japan, and so whatever. So I was a little bummed by that, especially because there was like one dude way in the back who was dancing. He was having fun. He was doing like catcha. He was into it. He was even trying to pretend like mosh. It's like, dude, get up front and do that. Go have fun. Be the guy that stands out and isn't afraid to have all these other otaku look at you and like they're not gonna care. Like, why don't you just be that one person and give Kasami some love? But they didn't. But whatever. I didn't care. She doesn't care. I mean, Kasami plays for herself and for me, and I think for all of you. And her one fan that was there, definitely, he was up front, on the side, just sort of watching. But he's always on the side, so it's like we don't expect him to ever be up front. Like he just kind of every time he just kind of does his own thing on the side. That's sort of his thing. But anyway, so she played. I thought she sounded great considering. Yeah, Kasami's amazing. She's unbelievable. I'm assuming you're watching the live, and that's why you said that. I mean, she's got her set down. I don't have any critiques for her. I never have to tell her to do anything. I mean, she catches on really fast, and she has a creative IQ that's off the charts. So I was telling, the producer of the show, who really likes Miho actually, and originally I think had wanted Miho for this, but Miho couldn't do it. So, um, Cannibal Course feed, very good, Sven. But like Kasami was actually available today. It was a rare moment where she could actually participate more than once a month, and I thought that was great. And he's just a good dude. He always offers me a lot of live shows. I've had to turn down so many because he usually offers us shows like a week before they go on, and everyone's schedule's already done by then. So it's like we need a month in advance at least. So I explained all that to him, so I think he understands that. So he's going to give me a little bit more notice. But Kasame definitely was sort of an outlier in this show. I mean, this was more rock, and she's definitely more like heavy as balls. So it was, but he liked her. I mean, he saw her at Tsukimiura. I invited this event producer to come, and he came, and he was really into Kasame. So he's like, "Could she come and do this?" And that was cool. All worked out. So he was just really happy that she was there. I was happy that he was happy. And then, yeah, Gash did their thing and did a great job. Me and Kasami spent a long time in the Gakia space talking to each other about like moving forward, business, everything. We figured out a lot of different things we want to do, including the crowdfunding for his CD release and what she's going to do for it, which I think you guys are all going to enjoy. It's definitely fun. Just as a side note, I will be having Kasame's CD cover done as a very, very special limited edition type of real professional quality poster or G-Clay print. Actually, not even a poster, a fucking G-Clay print. Because the person who did Kasame's CD cover is a famous artist, and she gave us a work of art. It's definitely one of the greatest CD covers I've ever seen in my life. I don't know. You guys will be happy with that. So there's going to be a very, very limited press run of that. Plus, I'll offer just normal edition posters after that. But yeah, it's going to be nice. I think you guys are all going to have a really good time with that once that's all set up. I'll be releasing all that probably starting in June. I still want to kind of keep the focus on Miho. Miho is only up to about 580 US dollars. Our goal is 3,000. That's a big goal, but like she needs it. I need it. 580 doesn't even begin to cover the cost of shipping the CDs here. So, I mean, and everything else I have to pay. So really want people to try to get on that for Miho because she's really wanting to sell the shit out of that CD. It's one of the reasons we're not doing an online checky session next month. We're trying to get all of your guys' energy and focus on getting Miho's stuff out there. But Kusami understands that. We'll be putting her stuff out as well. I do have Hisatsui Momomo's online checky session in June that I would like to see do well. It is Emo PP's very last activity as an idol group. They chose to spend it with all of you, which is incredible. So I'd like to see a hell of a lot of checkies ordered for them. But that's about all I'm going to be asking you guys to do in June to support. I will be getting new merchandise from, well, I'm assuming Hanako-san will have something new for me soon. I'm meeting with her very soon, so we'll see what happens with that. And then I do have a couple other groups that are going to be sending me stuff or said they're going to send me stuff, so we'll see what goes on with that. Thank you, Ken, and I'm sure you'll do what you're gonna do. Like I said, we're not gonna do checkies next month, so instead of the checky, just whatever budget you're gonna have towards that, throw it into her CD treasure trove. I mean, order a couple CDs and give some to your friends. Like, I mean, every little bit helps, you know. And also, again, if she gets 3,000, she gets an MV, which would be great. So. I'm gonna miss the girls too, in Emo PP. Mirai-chan has been nothing but an absolute joy and pleasure to take checkies of her. She is still the reigning queen of checky. I mean, not counting Miho, she has sold more checky than any other idol I've ever worked with, which is a beautiful and wonderful and pleasant surprise considering some of the groups that I work with and how popular those girls are. And Mirai-chan has beat them all. Thanks to her loyal one fan, basically, that buys all her checky, plus all of you guys support it. You guys also buy a lot. So, you know, Mirai's been great. Minori was a pleasure to meet, and sucks that she joined and now all of a sudden they're quitting. Hina's been great, but I think Mirai-chan and Hina have careers in gravure work. They're interested in doing that, and they've been doing they've been putting their toes in the water, the gravure water, and I could see them doing that. I don't know what's gonna happen to Minori. Actually, I know what's gonna happen to the girls. I just can't say, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's just put it that way. Julio, no worries. I mean, I'm not worried about anybody who's on the chat right now. You guys are all almost without exception. You guys are the ones that support me month in and month out and support me on Kusami and Hana. You guys are the core supporters. So I'm not worried at all about you guys. I just please contribute when you can. You got plenty of time. There's not a need to get it done like this moment. The CD doesn't drop until next month, like middle of next month. So I mean, plenty of time. But anyways, after Momomo's online Tiki session in June, for July, I was thinking about doing a group I haven't done yet that really wants to meet all of you guys. It'll align really well because this group is going to join Idol Underworld. 100% done deal. I actually took all their checkies. I just haven't posted them yet. Waiting for their merchandise. But they're going to drop on Idol Underworld in June. And so that would be like, boom, here they are. And then July, if they did a checky session, that would make sense to kind of introduce you guys to them. And they're really fun. But that's an idea I have. Also, Okinawa Sayachan really wants to do an online checky session with you guys. They've been asking me month after month, and so I really would like to do one. So we'll see. I don't know if you guys want to do 2 in July. If you do, I have no problem doing it. Hanako-san's about due for another one. I want to talk to her about that because she likes staying in touch with you guys. So I'm sure she'll want to do one too. So I'll see who's up for what, and we'll go from there. But Momomo, being that they are like my favorite idol group currently, I really would love if you guys could give them a lot of love and support. They still are the record holders for online checky sessions with 204 checkies sold at their first session. So it would be great to see them break that or get close to that. Close is good. I don't have any illusion about breaking it. Miho in August is going to hit you guys with a crazy idea for checky session. We've been talking about it. I love her idea. It's intense. I don't know if you guys are actually going to do it or not, but if you guys do, it'd be pretty amazing. She would break another world record. Let's just put it that way. But that's later. Anyways, so yeah, so Bupan happened for tonight, and it was actually not bad. Kosame's one fan, talked her ear off, did his usual checky with her. He's such a nice guy. I love talking with him. He gets it. He's a real Idol fan. Like, he's old school Idol. He reminds me a lot of the people I used to know back in the day. Uh, some of the fans that were there for one of the groups, not the first group. The first group had Heiko Bupana. They left, unfortunately, because I really wanted to hang out and talk with them or talk with their manager guy, but just didn't. All I had time to do was basically give him my Meishi and have him stare at me and wonder what he should do. But there was another group there, and Kasami listens to me. If I say, "Hey, go pass out flyers," and if we give flyers to the fans, we're like, if you follow her on Twitter, there's a QR code on the flyer. If they follow her right there, they can take a picture with their phone. And Kasami had no problem going around talking to people, and she got like 2 or 3 people. One dude, no, 4 people, I think. But the one dude, they ended up talking forever about all kinds of stuff. He was so cool, and like, of course, he didn't come over to do a check and give us money, which sucks on the business end. But he like seemed to really be into her. So I mean, if we got to do one show at a time and get one fan at a time, I guess that's what it's going to take here. But I was real proud of her. She did exactly what I asked her to do. There was no complaining, no hesitation. She just did it. And she did a good job too. And she's very smart about approaching people, and she's very kind. And I thought it was just really awesome to see her work the crowd, come back, talk to her fan. I don't know. She's born for this, because it's as difficult as it is to accept the fact that Kasami can't do this on a regular basis, it also, in a way, makes the time we have with each other special when I can work with her because she's so busy. But when she comes, she is all business, 100%, puts her whole heart and soul into it. And then afterwards, when we were, when it was all done and we talked with everybody and just yeah, right, Julio, exactly. Um, but she's super nice. The gap between how she is on stage and everything is totally different. And yes, Fendi, they are really disbanding. Their last act as an idol group is the online Checky session next month because you guys have been so loving and supportive of Emo PP, including especially Mirai-chan. So they wanted their last act to be you. So I cannot stress to you how amazing that is, that this is one of the most underground of underground idol groups, and they have made that connection with you guys in a big way, bigger than some of these bigger groups that don't give two flying fucks about any of you. And here is little Emo PP in the littlest of venues in Akihabara, and you guys have a deep connection with them to the point where their last act as a group is to be with you guys, not the Japanese fans, you guys. Think about that. So I really better see a lot of Checky being purchased for them for that, because that's insane. That was actually one of the most touching things maybe that's ever happened to me in this whole idol business, was the fact that Mirai-chan and them wanted this to be done with you. It just goes to show the power of what we're doing. It pays off sometimes in great emotional dividends, and that's one of those cases. So please don't let me down. Don't let them down. Blow that shit out of the water. I want to see Mirai-chan get 20 Checky a person. Seriously, that girl's earned it. And again, you have to understand, Emo PBs, I mean, in Akiba Colors, they're fairly popular. Outside Akiba Colors, not so much. So to have a world stage love them was just mind-blowing to them, and they really love you guys. I do hope they'll stay in Idol. Well, again, I know what's gonna happen. I don't want to say anything. You'll find out soon enough. Anyways, I want that MV too, Kent. I want MV. I want Miho to get an MV. Here's another thing about that MV. If you guys actually raise enough money to get that MV as the crowdfunding goal is met, she's going to let you guys pick the MV. We're going to do a simple vote. Everybody that purchased gets a vote, and whatever comes out on top is the MV she'll do. And we'll bring it to Izumi-san, and we'll have her shoot it. And Izumi-san is amazing. And also, Izumi-san is shooting Miho's second photo book. We're having a meeting about that very soon. I have completed the photo book structure. I have actually been purchasing all the stuff I need for it. I shared it with Miho, and she's surprisingly on board with every shot, just about, I think, including the incredibly crazy gravure shots that I'm gonna have her do. She seems down for it all, so I'm really excited to shoot this photo book. But that's probably not gonna be released till the fall because I don't want it to interrupt Miho's CD release cycle and Kasami's release cycle. I thought the next thing then would be Miho's online Chiki session in August and my birthday stuff, whatever I'm going to end up doing there, which right now I don't have any plan because I don't got any money to rent a venue for my birthday. So there will be no birthday event this year unless I could find some money to rent a venue. But that's a whole other thing. I really want to do Shinjuku Loft because Loft is like, if you play Loft, you're doing something right in the idol world. And Loft is such a great venue. The sound in there is unfucking believable, and it's just a point of pride. If you play Loft, you've done good. But I'd be happy to play a little fucking venue for my birthday as long as I can do a birthday show. But as of right now, there's no birthday show for this year for me because I just don't have them. I can't rent. I have no money to rent a venue for that. In case anybody wants to help me there, just throwing that out there. But anyways, so probably the photo book stuff will be in the fall. Also, I'm going to throw Miho a photo book release event no matter what at the cafe place, but it's also going to be for her first photo book. When we released her first photo book, I did not do a photo book release event for her because she had no Japanese fans whatsoever. Like, she wasn't performing live when we released the first photo book. The very first thing we did together as the idol stuff was the photo book. So I'm going to kind of give her a way to have another photo book event. Well, it's going to be both her photo books for that event. So, and we'll live stream that. She'll probably perform at the cafe for that. It'll be a really nice event. So, yeah, but that's all kind of the cycle for this year until November. Then after that, I have no plans. Hana's CD at some point will be released. Her single will be coming very soon. The official single, and then her EP will whenever I can get it recorded. So yeah, she didn't debut until August of last year. We did the photo book, I want to say what, January, February? Was it around that? I don't even remember. So but that photo book was the most successful photo book I've ever done. She sold more photo books than anybody, and she still is my record holder for most Cheki sold by anybody anywhere. So I'm pretty proud of her. Now, of course, her numbers have been way down. Everybody's numbers have been way down the past several months, so it's been a little difficult to accept. We didn't reach our goals for my Idol Underworld Cheki session with Hana Mihon Kasame. Came close, but didn't reach the goal, so that was really disappointing. Like, really disappointing. But at the same time, you know, people can only do so much, and I accept that. It's all good, and I'm grateful for what we did get. But really, I'm hoping to see like an upswing starting with the CD release. I'm hoping the CD release will do good, and then people will really enjoy the CD. We put a lot of heart and soul into it. Miho, oh, there will be one more thing coming. Miho and Kasame, I think I want to do a collabo CD, like a split single. Just because I, as a younger person in my days, loved finding CD split CDs. They were like such a joy to get, and so I've always kind of wanted to do something like that. Plus, I have extra songs that aren't making it on these albums that we don't have time to mix, record, get vocals, whatever for finish. So I don't want to just leave them floating out there. A lot of these idol groups, they don't even think to make CDs. Like I think Sven, you said in a comment a bit earlier, like one of the rules of idol is let's fourth rule of idol, the unwritten fourth rule, let's just destroy our legacy by not having anything out there in print. And I can't tell you how many great songs and great idol groups have been lost to history because their producers just never decided to put that out there. You know, they only cared about performing live here, which is a lot of times as far as the thought process goes when it comes to creating an idol group. Let's just make songs so we can get on stage and do some Cheki and get some fans here, and yay, we've done it. And they're not seeing the bigger picture, especially when they're a really creative group, how they could actually spread their music to a far bigger world. Not to mention, guess what, Japan, you're not the only place in existence on the planet. There are so many other people out there that might actually like what you're doing. Why not tap it? Anyways, but that's, beating your head against a brick wall. There's no point. Anyways, so that was the night tonight. It was a pretty fun night. Over all things considered, it was with good people. The other idol groups were all good. They were fun. Very polite. Me and Kasami talked so much after her set. I don't know if she actually had a chance to even talk to any of the other idols. I think the Yandel idols really liked her. Like a couple of those, I think one of the girls pretty tatted up. So they really seemed to get what Kasami was doing, which was cool. So it kind of made me think, I kind of want to do shows with you. But well, we'll see. I don't know. Anyways, by the way, if any of you guys have any questions or you guys want to ask me anything, one of the reasons I wanted to do this tonight, was, to see if you guys had anything going on in your minds about stuff, to kind of give you guys a post update about what's going on here, as well as the schedule for the next couple months, just kind of recap, and also to give you a little bit of like live report of an actual live event here. But if you guys have any questions, anything you guys want to ask me, this would be a great time to do it. I would love to hear from you guys. Also, I hope you guys are all doing good. I hope you guys are happy today and doing well. There was a great tragedy in America today, and I don't really want to talk about the specifics because I don't know what YouTube's algorithms are, so I'm trying to avoid it. But let's just say my heart's heavy today, especially when it can be avoided, and I'm gonna say easily, but pretty damn easy in my mind. And yeah, I don't know. I want to think about positive stuff and not get down about that, because it's easy to do that when you consider the gravity of what happened. So yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys because you guys make me happy. You guys have, always been there, always support, and have been an unending source of love for me and for Hana, Miho, and Kasame, and I think it's good to celebrate that at this moment. So again, if you guys have any questions or anything, or if your hearts are hurting, if there's anything going on with you, this would be a good time to share. And if there's anything I can do, help, be happy to do it. I'm drinking my water. You want to know, I try to save money when I live here, and this Suntory water, you can buy on Amazon. Like, you can buy, like, I think a 12 case pack of this for like $12. It's like insane. And it's like comes right to the door, and so I don't got to carry this home from a konbini. And try carrying this home in a konbini bag when the bag is thinner than you can imagine, and they try to stuff everything you buy at the konbini in there with the bag in this, and you're just like, what are you doing? No logic. Yeah. So waiting. Anybody got anything to say? Anybody want any questions? I'm all here. Love to talk to you. Other things going on, I guess, is yeah, I'm trying to think what else was going on. Music wise, still doing well with the music. Again, just been on pause with my songwriters. They're either sick or they're MIA or having a hard time moving forward with stuff. It's been a little bit hectic and stressful for me because, like, especially in Hana's case, she only has 2 songs and she has all these live events, and it's like I want to get her the stuff. So that would be really fun to actually get her more stuff, especially the 3rd song that me and Yusei are working on. It's like 80% done. It's so fucking good. Like, it fits our first 2 songs. In fact, he has such a good style. Like, I almost don't even want, like, I'm trying to figure out how to put Ian's song into it, because Ian, we have a song done, but it's so heavy and drum and bass, and it doesn't fit what Yusei has done for Hana. But it's at the same time, it's really good. And it is idol. It's just hard. Like, it's not an easy song, and it's also, when I say hard, I don't mean like, I mean it's like really heavy. Like, there's a lot of different stuff. So yeah, Hana's Miho albums first, Hana single, and Kasame's album. Yeah, that's pretty much the order of things, Sven. Yeah, the pause is good. Yeah, because we have the 3 releases coming and stuff. Julio asks, any hints or previews you can tell about the Miho photo book ideas on the table? Okay, so Miho actually, it's her concept. One of the biggest reasons I didn't do her photo book before. Oh my God, it's Will. Holy shit, I thought you fucking died or something, bro. How are you? I've been trying to get a hold of you. I miss you, man. If you can help, definitely help. All your songs are amazing. I love you to death. Yeah, of course. I mean, of course, dude. Oh, so good to hear from you. So good to hear from you. And I hope you're doing great, man. Wow, Will, that's the guy who wrote Knife of Words and Come On and wait, he didn't write Come On. He wrote Knife of Words, Ito, and Matryoshka. Will, so good to hear and see from you, bro. So good. Anyways, getting back to Julio's question. So one of the reasons I haven't done Miho's second photo book sooner is because, well, aside from budget, is I didn't have an idea for it. I wanted to do it. We both wanted to do it. We just didn't know what to do. And it's like I don't believe in just throwing something out there. I gotta be inspired. And then Miho came to me one day with the simplest fucking idea in the world, but it is fucking amazing. It's like, how do I put it? It makes total sense, and I don't think anyone's ever done it, to be honest with you. I don't know, maybe they have, but not like this. So she gave me this simple idea, and then for like 2.5, 3 months, I came up with all the shots. And then I had to eliminate some of the shots because some of them were just too Derek ridiculous. Like nobody could pull them off. I don't know why I thought I could. And then I narrowed it down to, I'd say, about 90 shots, 100 shots, and narrowed it a little bit more. And now, then I had to create the whole thing. I had to actually go online and make sure I can buy what I needed, which I'm still doing because some of the stuff is requiring some very tricky shots and cost a lot, actually. Like one of the props I had to buy was like $60, and I don't have $60, but if I don't get this prop, I mean, literally, it took me 4 hours to find this fucking prop, and I found it. I'm like, oh my god, there it is. But it costs how much? But I'm tired of looking. I have to buy it. So let's just put it this way. It's Miho. I know that probably sounds weird, but that actually is more revealing than I probably should even be. It's Miho. There will be a lot of abstract shots. This photo book will blow every photo book I've ever done out of the water in terms of the amount of shots, the stories. Let's say there are multiple stories. And there is a massive gravure section. This will be the first time Miho's actually done full gravure with full photography. Her first photo book, there was a little bit of gravure done, but that was the very first thing we did. She was really shy. Izumi-san was a bit shy. It was uncomfortable in a sense. I mean, it's the first time like Miho like basically stripping down and like having to do bra and underwear type shooting. And now we've done so much now. It's like, it's like, all right, whatever. Like, we just don't even care at this point. Like, it's very comfortable now. And so because of that, I'm pushing her to do the next level. And she seems really on board. And also my gravure ideas are fucking awesome. They are super abstract, but super interesting. Well, some of them are really on the nose. You'll get it. As soon as you see it, be like, oh, Derek, that's a little too on the nose. But that's intentional. There's one shot that's costing me the most money. That's really abstract. I base it off of a painting I saw, and I don't think anybody will get the painting. But if you guys figure it out, I'll be really happy because it's the most sexual thing I think I've ever done in my life. If Miho pulls it off, it will be definitely one of the most sexual things any idol's ever done in terms of suggesting without actually being overt. You know, I mean, of course she can go full nude and do all nude stuff, but that's not what we're trying to do. But suggesting to the point of that in a much different way, and let's just say this, it fits Miho. It's Miho. It's who she is, and it tells the appropriate story. It's the same thing with Matcha Latte's photo book. It's one of the reasons why with Matcha Latte, Matcha Latte was basically like, hey, Derek, I'll take my shirt off and do whatever you want. I want to be naked as much as possible. I'm like, oh, great, thank you. No problem. Because Matcha Latte is super comfortable with her body, and she knows she's got a great body. She's got a banging body, and she knows how to use it, and she's done a great job as a gravure model. And so working with her was no big deal. But even then, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to just throw her in underwear and be like, hey, let's take cute shots. That's been done to death with every idol. It's boring as fuck. So I had to tell a story with Matcha, and the story came to me, and it worked out really well, and Matcha loved it. And because there was a good story, Matcha was even more willing to go even farther. And the final shots in that book, she was naked, pretty much, I mean, completely. And so I give her a lot of love and respect for that, to trust me to do that, trust Izumi-san to do it, but then also do it in a creative fashion. Take that and times it by 10 for what Miho's going to do. Okay, but again, she's not. That section I'm just really excited about because it's something. It's just something that's very intense, and it's very like Sven saying, like Ito, the song Ito is my favorite song I've ever written, basically with anybody. I think Will knocked that out of the park. But Will, dude, it's one of the reasons I've been trying to get a hold of you. You have to hear the song with the vocals. Hit me up after this or something. Like, give me a call. Let's catch up. You got, dude. We recorded male vocals with it, and because of the story, because the story of Ito is about Miho's dad and his death, and it's super emotional. Like, I'm not even kidding. I might actually cry when she performs it on stage because we have a little surprise for that. And it's just like that song is the culmination of what I was trying to do with her stuff. Although, again, there's a song that Ian wrote, we haven't released yet, that is fucking banging. It is definitely one of the most banging songs I've ever been a part of. And so we're going to follow up this EP with that. And you guys are going to be like, oh shit, Mio's going to be like 1, 2. But then Mio's also doing really kind of more idol songs. Kaylin was so inspired by Miho's live set at Skimiru. He actually wrote a song in a day for her, and it's fucking amazing because it's very idol. It's still Miho. It still's got the guitar, like the real 80s, 90s guitar delay reverb feel, but it fits the idol beats. It has the idol drum beat and pattern. And so she's going more that direction to kind of get some more idol fans here, because it's been a big stressor for her and me to kind of get idol fans here, because Japanese fans are brutal. They do not like you or they love you. It's never anything in between. And forget about winning them over. Just, it like never happens. I mean, they're polite, but it's just, tie bonds in theory are just that. They're a theory idea. You get a bunch of groups together and all these different fan bases come together, and then hopefully a fan from this fan group will like a idol that they're not going there to see, and then they become fans. The problem is, in the idol world, is that the biggest ocean wins. How devoted you are to the one girl in the one group, or the group itself, gets you the brownie points. So for you to like veer off to another group, it's sort of like, you know what I mean? It's sort of like, how do I put it? Not good? I don't know. So the tie bonds kind of fail in that regard. Oh, you like the shirt, Kent? Yeah. Go on Idol Underworld. You can buy it. This is the Miho shirt. See, it's anime Miho with big Opie. It's like kind of her dream. And Miho, then lyrics from "Nice to Meet You, Dear New Morning" from Good Day. So thank you. I love the shirt too. Designed it myself. So, anyways, thank you. Yeah, you did buy it, right? Or you just haven't got it yet? I think because of fucking stupid COVID bullshit. Anyways, the first photo book is really good, Kent. I'm glad that you like it and everything. Oh, hey, what's up, Nick? Always good to see you. And I hope you're doing well, my man. It's wait, yeah. If you said you bought it, I'm sure you did. I have almost 300 orders sitting here because of the JP Post ban. So, it's killing me. Although that reminds me, I will be sending out some Tencel stuff. Maybe not tomorrow, but Friday. I think I will have time on Friday morning. I'm gonna send out everything. So, anyways, got Tencel stuff. You guys will have orders coming. So, thank you, by the way, those guys that are paying twice for bullshit shipping via Tencel. Really appreciate it. It helps me clear out some of these orders. Anyways, getting back to what I was saying. Yeah, so the thing is the photo book is going to be just one of the biggest things I've ever done. I want to do a photo book for Misaki from Seeds Pistol. Hana's playing Misaki's Seitansai live in a couple weeks. And yes, Julio, your shirt is ready and waiting for you. But Misaki is kind of a tricky person to get to do stuff, and also I don't have a story for her. That would be a straight grab your shoot, and like I want to do it, but I don't know. Like I don't want to put the artistic stuff in it. But like I said, it's boring. But the thing is about Misaki is she's so pretty, and even the boring stuff with her is really sexy and amazing, and she doesn't care. But then I've just seen her grab your stuff, and I love it. I love all of it. But I just think I could do better, like because it's me, and so I really want to do that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think about what to do. I'm trying to think about if I can somehow squeeze a Misaki photo book in there as well, because I wanted to do the only other photo books I wanted to do was Miho's, Misaki from Seeds Pistol, and then Most Americans girl that I talk about a lot, and you guys know who she is. But she's in the win right now because Most American is pretty much on hiatus, so who knows what's happening with that. And so, yeah, so Misaki might be the only other one, but again, I don't have the money to even print up a photo book for her. I don't have the money for a birthday event for myself, so there will be no birthday live event this year unless I can somehow magically pull $1,400 out of my butt. There won't be any live event, which sucks. But I do have Miho's CD release. I do have Kasame's CD release event. So those are big events that I hope will generate something. Actually, those events will probably just break me even with what I've spent on all their stuff. And if that's the case, so be it. I'm happy. But anyways, yeah. So long answer to your question. The photo book is going to be absolutely ridiculous, Kent and Julio, and it's just I can't wait for you guys to get it. We're gonna have a big meeting about it this soonish, and yeah, I hope they'll all sign off. I hope Izumi-san's got to sign off too, and then we have the tricky strategy of organizing the shoots because this will be a multi-day shoot. The grab your stuff is we have to figure out Miho's body condition. I think she wants to get a little more toned and actually get her six-pack abs kind of going a little bit more. And if that's the case, she might need some time to get back into the gym and work out. She's been so busy, and so working out has been hard for her. So, but if she gets back into the gym, that's going to take at least a month. But it's okay because right now my only focus is Miho's CD release and Kasame's CD release, and then after that the photo book. So she'll have a couple months to get into the swing of it. But I've already talked to her about all this. She's down to do it. So it's going to be the craziest photo book, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think anything I've ever done is going to top it. I don't know. Because it says there's going to be like 90 to 100 different types of shots in this probably. Maybe less. I don't know. It depends. Miho and Izumi-san's got to sign off on it. But it's going to be a pretty big photo book event. So I hope you guys will like it. Miho's t-shirts on the shelves. Yeah, if JP Post for some reason doesn't open up after July, definitely consider getting Tenso. Or shit, if you guys no problem, Julio. If you guys can come here before JP Post opens up their stuff, I mean, I'll just give it to you directly, and you guys can take it back with you on the plane or whatever. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. You guys paid all the money for shipping; it'd be a waste of money. So I don't know. But at the same time, it'd be kind of cool to meet you guys and just give it to you directly. That'd be really fun, actually. You guys can who knows? I mean, might come here to the office, and Kasame, Miho, Hana might be here, and you get to say hi to them, and that might be kind of cool, I think. So anyways, you never know. Yeah, the photo book's gonna be great. Nick, it's really good to see you. Hopefully you're still doing a lot of stuff on games. I should talk to you, man, about recently I've been really watching a lot of RPG game maker type YouTube videos whenever I have a moment. I've been trying to do research on like what engine to use to make my RPG, because that's definitely down the line what I'm trying to do, and just make like an old nostalgic RPG game. RPG Game Maker seems like there's a lot of garbage games that have been made on that, but it also seems like there's a couple really good ones. I don't know. Trying to think of a dev engine to use. I suppose I could do something with coding if I really wanted to get into that world, but coding's a headache. I can do some, but I don't know. I've never done game code, so that's different. Taurus Sibino Ue Butter. I don't know, Sven. You don't really look as Japanese as the 7 fucking tourists are letting in today. I think you have to look pretty goddamn Japanese, because if what Japan did today is any indication of their approach to letting tourists in, it's not going to be an easy ride for white people. Seriously, what Japan did today was one of the most farcical, embarrassing things I think I've ever seen this country do. And that's saying a lot. Letting in 7 tourists who look so Japanese and are from Hawaii. It's like, so basically you're not letting in tourists. You're letting in Japanese ancestors here. And that somehow makes everything okay. Like, no, you're just basically doing it because all the old Japanese people here, they don't want to get over flooded with too much whiteness coming in their direction via all the tourists. It's too much. It's too much. Well, that's the world you live in. Whatever. Again, I don't know. I was at a live event tonight, and I had so much fun. Idols always inspire me. They always reignite the passion in my heart for what I do. It kind of helps negate all the happy horseshit and bullshit that you guys hear about. If you subscribe to my Patreon and you listen to my Gigafile posts, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's every single day. Today, even just one thing after another. The garbage and the BS I go through to just do what I do is it's insurmountable. I feel like I wade and shit every day to do what I do. But you come out on the other end and you're happy because waiting for you is something beautiful, like a live event that, like, for example, I got to do today, which, you know, I don't want to rub it in your guys' face. You guys can't do it, but I'm here and I'm able to like be part of that, and that thought is not lost on me. That privilege is not lost on me, and so I then suddenly feel very grateful, and I'm like, I have no reason to complain. I get to do something that people have been dreaming about doing, wanting to do for 2 years. It's not fair, but that's again why I'm doing all this. Why I'm trying to keep you guys connected to the idol world. I'm trying to talk about the idol world. Why I'm basically trying to like let you guys see and hear and feel what I'm feeling as much as possible through my Patreon posts, so that you guys feel like you're here. The online checky sessions, what a great way to connect you to the girls here. Again, it connected so much. Emo Peepee, for example, the last thing they're doing as an idol group is to connect with you guys next month in my online checky session, which is insane. I mean, it's just doing what I can to keep you guys part of the experience here, and hopefully that works out. That's my emo Hisatsui Imomomo shirt there. That's the back of it. The front is their logo. They gave it to me for free last week. I felt so fucking honored to finally have an Imomomo shirt. I have a hoodie, but that shirt is I wore it for like 5 days straight after they gave it to me, and it was like, it's starting to smell, so that's why I had to do laundry. I just love that group so goddamn much. Speaking of their HKP groups, I don't know if you guys saw, but Hibiki from Bakushino announced graduation tonight, or was said that she's not going to be in Bakushino anymore. Huge, massive loss to our idol community. Hibiki was unbelievable. She was a absolute fantastic idol. HKP is definitely one of the coolest, best gym shows I've ever had the privilege to work with. Kyoto-san is an unbelievable genius in the idol world. Yeah, she was kicked out, wasn't she? I didn't get all the details. Somebody sent me a line message. One of the idols I work with sent me a message saying, "Look at this," and I was like, "Huh." I don't know what happened either. Really bums me out because Hibiki is just what a joy she was. I had nothing but love and happiness every time I got to work with her. I've interviewed her for the Idols on Chaos series, and it was fun to see her creepy otaku side of things come out when she was like fanboying over Enma. She was always so polite. Miho did a checky with her at one of their last events they did together, and who knew that that would be one of the last times anybody would ever see her in Bakushino, you know? So, yeah, big loss. Again, it's HKP. They run through idols like faster than just about any gym show I've ever seen in my life. It's amazing. Even the girls that have been there as long as they have been there as long as they have. But I don't know what happened. I didn't ask. I just got the news tonight, but it's just like, ugh. I mean, yeah, it's well, Sven. Technically, that's not true. Bakushino's been around forever. Bakushino comes and goes with their group members, with who's in it, who isn't in it, who's. I mean, they're just one of those groups that bounces back and forth between we're active, we're not active, we're active, we're not active. They had finally taken a serious approach once Hibiki kind of got in, and what was it, Chihiro, did graduated and left, and left the idol world, and so Hibiki really filled that gap. And then when they got Yemu and Yemi, and they were great, and I thought they were going to be unstoppable there for a moment. And yeah, but that's idol, here today, gone today, as I've said many times. Enma, I can't see her leaving anytime soon. She's one of the lifers, she's born to be an idol. She always has been, always will be. I wouldn't be surprised if she does something else with her life eventually. But I don't know what this means for Bakushino. It's weird to see, like, the last time I saw them, it was only with her and Yemi or Yemu, and I don't know. That's just it's a very weird feeling to see Bakushino without Hibiki there, when Hibiki was so much a part of who Bakushino was. I mean, I guess in a sense you're right. Like, she was definitely a column of Idol Underworld for sure. But yeah, it's just a weird feeling overall. It really is. So I guess we'll see. I hopefully you guys still support Bakashino. I mean, their music's amazing. They're great. It's just I had this dream mid-pandemic about taking like HKP's entire, groups like Emo PB, Imomo 7, Bakashino overseas, along with like Aphrodite, Hanako-san, My Girls. And it's still very much a dream I want to do, but I just, by the time that dream might be realized, I might be taking a bunch of girls overseas I don't even know. And that's a little scary thought because my heart broke and was completely devastated when Minase left Emo 7. She was my Oshi basically. Even before I became staff, I had loved Minase for forever. And Minase was always so polite and kind. One of the most cherished pictures on my phone is of me and Minase after her graduation live was over and we were downstairs at Rokumekon's Gakuya, and just I had a chance to really give her a hug and talk to her. And it's just like, that's Yui's little sister or big sister. I can't remember. But Minase was so idle, so idle, and so it's just hard when you lose ones that you've worked with and you've been so close to. Anytime I worked with Hibiki, it was, I don't know how do I put it. It was easy. It was refreshing. So yeah, exactly. Enma and Mako. It was just they had done so many different lineups, but that's Bakashino. They have a laundry list of lineup members, and with Enma pretty much being the only remaining sole member, and I don't even know if she was in it initially, but the music is still solid. The music's still good. Enma and Yamu did a great job as a solid two piece. A duo when I saw them. I thought they did a great job, but it felt weird with not seeing Hibiki, headbanging with her crazy twin tails going everywhere and her long ass legs, and it's just like, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I still love Minase. I wish she would pop up somewhere and just come to the Idol world again. And I just love, even just to just come visit her sister, Yui. I would love to see her and just talk with her. I miss her so much because she was such a beautiful soul to work with and be a part of her life. And she's so weird. Her and Yui are some of the two of the weirdest girls I've ever met, and in a good way. Yeah, she's the little sister. I'm sorry. I'm having a brain fart today. I don't know why I'm not remembering everything. But at least Yui's still around, and hopefully that Emo 7's core seems to be pretty good. So let's hope they stay good. Um, I don't know, but we'll see. It's Idol. You can never get too attached without feeling pain when these girls leave, and unfortunately, they leave quicker than you want. And to be honest, I thought Yemi would leave first. I didn't think Hibiki was ever gonna leave because she loves Enma so much. So must have been something bad. I don't know. I don't want to speculate. Just sucks. I really wish I could have known or said goodbye or something. But as often is the case with these idols, I never get a chance to say goodbye to them. And it's weird after you work with them for, like, I worked with Hibiki for what, 2 years? It's been almost. Yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy. Crazy to even think about. Mirai-chan too, but at least with Mirai-chan, I get to properly say my goodbye to her and Emo PB. But again, we'll see what happens with all that. So, do you guys have any other questions? Anything else on the mind? Are you guys feeling anything? Or if there's anything, let me know. Be happy to share and talk with you guys. For sure. It's always good. It's been a crazy, 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 crazy time. I still have Minase checkies, I think. If somebody buys, I don't know if I have any of the regular checkies or the special checkies. I do have her bromide sets from one of the very first things Imomo gave me when I started working with them, with these bromide sets where the girls cosplayed. So Minase cosplayed as a police officer. She's really cute. So I have those. I actually have, I think, one or two checky left maybe of Minase that were like bonus checky you got if you bought their first album. Because again, Momo always tries to do something special. So instead of just giving me the CDs, like they're like, well, everybody who buys a CD, you get a free checky along with the CD, which is fucking awesome. So I think I have a few left actually. So I don't know. You guys want to do a little gaichapan and take your luck and try to get one? But yeah, I have a couple of those left. I actually have a bunch of Imomomo Chekiev girls that are like long gone and wondering what's gonna go on with it. I haven't heard Mako's name in so long. Wow, Sven, that's crazy. Mako was so good. Yeah, she completely vanished. I have not seen her pop up anywhere. So, but that's Idol. Again, that's Idol. It's girls come and go. You just have to kind of roll with the punches, I guess, is a way to put it. I guess I don't know if that's kind of the most appropriate thing to say, but yeah. So I really hope that you guys are all doing really well. Again, I can't say it enough, honestly. Thank you for just all the support. You guys really, I don't know how to put it, but I feel like a lot of times I feel really lonely on this island, literally. Because you know, like today, for example, waking up this morning and getting a declining request of a idol or idol group to join Idol Underworld when the producers seem completely into it, and just that about double turn about face bullshit. It just makes me feel so alone here. It makes me feel like I am the dumbest person on earth. I cannot possibly understand the cultural reasons for declining a perfect offer. And when you live in a world that truly is illogical, it makes reality difficult. And so you guys are part of the reasons why I haven't completely like lost my mind, because you guys kind of ground me in the sense that you guys have always been pretty consistent with your doing what you can to help, sometimes more than others, sometimes less, but always there, which is the best thing in the world. I'd rather you be there than not be there at all. So again, thank you guys. Can't say it enough. It's one of the reasons I like to do these type of podcasts, if for no other reason, just to tell you that directly. So thank you. Um, having a live event today, a rare live event where Kasami did more than one live event in a month, was really great. Kasami's gonna have some pretty major news coming up after her CD release event as well, that I think you guys will be into. I hope. Um, her CD is I'm just waiting on one thing before we put up the crowdfunding thing. It's just going to basically come down to whether or not Kaylin can get me the final song. It's literally 20 seconds away from being done. And just, once that's done, me and Kasami could probably zip into the studio, get it recorded just in time to get the CD shipped from America to here. Which, by the way, those of you that are watching that are research savvy, if any of you guys know of a place closer than America where I can get CDs printed, like here in Japan, for example, let me know. I have looked here and I can't find anything. Maybe I'm just missing the obvious. The place I use is pretty damn good and pretty efficient. They take forever to ship, and sometimes they really fuck up things. But they're still efficient, more efficient than anybody I've ever used. I like their CDs. The quality is great. But it's from America. It takes forever to get here, and sometimes it's risky to like do events and then you don't even have the CDs because something happens. It's just a big risk, and I don't like taking risks like that. So if you guys can think of anything, let me know. You guys are always pretty resourceful. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to um well, hopefully there won't be any issues with the CD orders. I'm trying to get them all ordered as early as possible. Well, Kasami stuff I have to mix in. Kind of, I want to take a stab at mixing a couple of the songs a little better, and then we have to do the CD interior design and outside design layout, because Kasame, I don't know what she wants to do with that. Also, me and Sven, we learned about doing Miho's CD that it's kind of hard to do it with only one inside insert, so we got to figure out a different way to make that work, because I'm not sure how to do that. So, because it's so expensive to get inserts. So yeah, still trying to think about that. And then of course the other thing is too, trying to figure out how to do a live stream. If you guys watch the live stream from Hana's Seitan, it was just pure garbage, and I just do not like putting that type of stuff out. Which, side note, I am almost done getting Miho and Hana's sets from that downloaded and good. So just give me just a little bit longer with that. And any of you guys that purchase the Seitan ticket, you guys will be getting those sets coming to you directly. Just give me a moment on that. They're coming. And at least that'll make you guys will get to see Hana and Miho do Dear J. as well as Hana doing the Vocaloid dance cover, which there is no footage of that online anywhere due to copyright issues. So you guys will be able to see something that only people here in Japan have seen, which I think is a really nice bonus there. But yeah, like how do I put it? I I have to really, like I said, my focus is getting Kasami's stuff kind of mixed and mastered. Miho's is, it's all done. I mean, we're just waiting for the CDs to arrive from the press. Um, Kasami has another special thing that I'm gonna be putting out with her that you guys hopefully will get behind. It's a little expensive, but it's definitely worth it. It's actually an investment for you guys, believe it or not. I can't believe I'm saying it, but what you pay now will actually it'll be worth something a lot more later. So I don't know. It's the first time I've ever done anything like that. So that'll be cool. Hi, Rob. It's nice to see you. Nice that you were hanging out. Always good to see you. Hopefully, I get to see you once again here in Japan. We can go to a zombie pot. Oh wait, they're done. But whatever, maybe Gyaro-san's up to next, I can drag you there and you can go check him out. Or Robert's such a cool dude. So I hopefully get to see you once again. I hope to see all of you. Kent, same here, dude. I hope we can see you and it's been hard. It's been a few hard years. I agree. But again, the streams have been great. I'm glad you stumbled on it. I'm glad that you decided to stick around. You've been such a joy to have on the online streams because you talk endlessly, which is great because we want people to talk and have a good time on the chats. And Miho gets endless amounts of joy from your comments. Because you're just very, very gachikoi in a good way. Not in the negative way that's often used. I mean it as a compliment. But your gachikoi behavior is just it's hysterical. I love it, and we both love it. And also you put your money where your mouth's at. You don't just say it. You actually support her financially. She has a couple fans online that are like all talk and no walk. Like they say they love her to death, but they've yet to buy a single checky. So it's like whatever. Yeah, I agree. Cool fan base, cool artists, but all of you guys are family too. Like again, just picture this. You guys are all allowed to come here. We work out the schedule where you guys can all come at the same time, all hit up a show, and Miho ends up having the longest line of any of the idols there. It'll be fucking amazing. And then afterwards, we do an off kai with Miho, and you guys are all sitting around, and she's pouring us our drinks, and that's not in a misogynistic way. That would be more like an idol respect way. And we can get drunk and have a great time, and we'll all just have a good time with her because Miho is definitely me and Miho talked about this quite a bit, and that's like we like sometimes we want to cheer ourselves up. We imagine that, and we think like how great it would be to like just be there with you guys. Like I picture like taking you guys to like a really nice restaurant that we know here, and we're all just sitting around getting drunk as fuck, and then you guys of course take Checky with Miho because it's an off kai, and then everybody's just in their own little pockets enjoying each other, and Miho's there. Maybe all three of my girls will be there probably, which is the Idol Underworld gym show off kai, and that's a big goddamn dream of ours. And as soon as the goddamn borders open up, so Miho, she wants to be an idol at least long enough to meet you guys. I mean, she has no plans to graduate or anything, so don't get scared. If you listen to my most recent podcast, I think I scared some of you guys by saying that, but it was just a joke. But she definitely wants to do that. So, oh my god, if you guys sold out one of her shows, that would be ridiculous. That's a huge dream to see more gaijin at a show than Japanese. Yeah, fucking do that, and you're looking at I basically could quit Idol after that. I don't really know what else there is to accomplish after that, other than I guess playing a big stadium, which that may never happen due to just it's Japan, and my girls are definitely not popular. I mean, Kasami is playing music that's 22 years into the future of Idol. Like by the time people finally figure out what she's doing here in the Idol world, it's going to be 22 years late. So she's just from the future, and Miho's music is much more Western tinged, and Hana's got the best track, I think, to get fans here. She's doing well, but even her late, like, as soon as I release Ian's song, she's gonna lose fans here because they're not gonna know what to do because there's some idol stuff in it, but it's so hardcore with the drum and bass stuff that I think people are gonna be like, holy shit. If Yusei can come up with 3 more songs, 2 after this 3rd song gets done, then she'll have a nice solid 5-song set that she can definitely win over a lot of Japanese fans, I think, with. I think. I mean, so far she's doing good. We're getting Checky every show, so that's good. But we'll see what happens, in that regard. The goal is really you guys. Since day one, it has been. You guys have been the ones that made this all possible. So yeah, having a show sell out because of you guys, and then having a line that goes out the door for her would be. I don't even think Miho would be able to finish the Checkies, if I'm being honest. She would be crying. I would be in tears. Like, I don't think I could do it. Like, I actually think it would be too emotional, because I think Miho, she's very emotional and very sensitive, and I think seeing all of your beautiful faces in the crowd would, it'd melt her to death. It'd melt me. Yeah, I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. Just because it's what we've been fighting for 2 years. It's what we've been. I mean, who knew, right, when Miho was going to debut, the fucking pandemic would rage and none of you guys would be able to see her or them, and fuck. So it's just, we really want to see you guys, and so keeping connected is important. But it starts with things like the online chickie sessions, and then later purchasing the goods, and then just being there month to month, getting to know her. You guys are really good about communicating with her on Twitter. You guys are really pretty damn respectful and kind. You always make her smile. I've seen Miho on a train just staring at your guys' tweets. I mean, just, she's just in her own world, just looking at what you guys have sent her, and happy. You guys have brought. I mean, she's had a pretty rough couple years too, Kent. Lost her fucking father, and just several other things happened that were difficult, and you somehow have all pulled her out of that, and she's doing better. Not perfect, but she's way better than she was back from December, November. So I would say keep it up, keep going, keep helping her, keep trying to get her to a place where you guys can actually be here that one day. And if you guys can make that happen, it would be, yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm not saying I'd quit, but Jesus Christ, I mean, I don't know what else to do after that. Like, that's like mission goddamn accomplished. And then it'd be cool to see you guys regularly. Those of you guys that come over regularly to Japan to drop in at a Miho show or a Kasame show or Hana show and say what's up. Because you guys know you will always be loved and well respected, and you're a familiar face to me, and I'm happy to have you there. I wouldn't shy away from you. I'm not trying to fit in with the Japanese people here. I could care less, because I know I never will. I'm not trying to give up who I am or my American identity in order to do that. So it would be great. She is really one of those people you only meet once per century, Sven. She is one in a billion. Kasame and Hana both are the same. Hana's dance skills, stand in front of that girl in the stage when the music's blasting on a good system like it was at Sakimiru. It's gonna blow you away. And she's better. I mean, already in a couple shows, that girl has leveled fuck up. I mean, she is fucking leveled up. And I'm pretty critical of shit. Like, if she fucks up, I'll tell her. Girl's been doing great. So I mean, I'm lucky in that sense. I work with some idols that are able to actually be idols and do what they're supposed to do and do it well. Mio again has forayed more into the artist territory, but I think we're gonna get back more to the idol stuff. She's got some more stuff coming. Ian's song is a banger. It's a Belderha song that I add a little bit of Mars Volta with. So think Bell Ring Shoujo Girl's Heart meets Mars Volta meets Glassjaw. Like, of course, I put Glassjaw on all of her stuff. Kasame's new song is like Black Dahlia Murder. Maybe not the best reference to use right now, but Black Dahlia Murder meets Spirit Box meets Explosions in the Sky meets Oceano. So it's all these foreign references. There's one little Glassjaw part there too. But there's not really anything idol in it. It's gonna be definitely more of an artist song. But I don't know. I have no problem with Miho and Kasame towing the line between artist and idol, because it makes it easier for you guys to enjoy. But also at the same time, they've suffered as a result here, I think, because it's hard to get fans don't know what to do. A good case in point was a fan was trying to clap to Kasame's song Chord today at the end, and the two-step part, the where Kasame's singing her ass off. It's pretty much you can but then it just changes pace, and then he's like, "What do I do?" And it's just funny because it's like, well, Kasame's music forces you to actually learn it and appreciate it and love it, so that when you come to the show, you'll know what to do. But we'll see. Yeah, Ken. I mean, you guys always post great stuff. You guys always make her happy. Please keep doing it. It's really appreciated. Like, it's really. I'm not kidding. Like, she really looks at everything, and I see her. I watch her when we're on trains going to shows. Like, the girl is just like, she really loves you guys. Yeah, Kasami's songs basically kills fan brains. Like, they don't know what to do because they don't know it, and a lot of them are being exposed to the song for the first time, and all they're hearing is the screaming. They're not hearing the story. They're not understanding the depth of creativity that's going into the songwriting, both on the lyric end and the music end. Ian really created some beautiful work there. I created some work that I'm really proud of, and I feel like it's going to take a minute or two or three for people to actually get it. But isn't that good though? Like, when you want to get a song that's actually going to be something you can hear over and over again and get something new out of. Then again, some groups, they can get you right away with one song and you know everything about it because it's very easy and repetitive. But I'm not trying to do that. So I'm actually going to get going too, actually. But you have a good day. Hopefully, you can tell her yourself, man. Just tune in and tell her you love her, and we'll be doing an online chickie session again probably in August, because it's a pretty crazy idea that she has for that. And then but you can definitely tune in for the CD release event that will be live streamed by iColony. Please make sure to pick up your ticket for that, and that CD release event's going to be, I hope, big. I hope I can tell Miho she's achieved her goal of 3,000 on that. So please try to get her towards that. I mean, we're still kind of far away from that. So yeah, it'd be great to get you guys going with that. But anyways, yeah, I'm actually gonna get going too, unless you guys have any other questions. If you guys have anything else you want to talk about, I'm happy to stay on until all questions are answered. But if not, then I guess I will go too. And I hope you guys will have a good night. Like I said, I have sent out. Yeah, please get the album if you can. That's a priority. Also, I've sent out messages to you guys about the bromide sets. So I need your payments for that by June 1st, if possible, because I'm gonna start the bromide sets in June, and we'll see how it goes. So far, again, about 6 or 7 people have responded, so only one's paid, but that's okay. If I know you guys, if you say you're going to do it, you're going to do it. So just get that in, and that would be very helpful. And also, again, because that is all going to me, that's going to stabilize some things here if I can get enough people to do it on a regular basis. So we'll see. I mean, it's a chance, but I know the girls are excited to do it, and they're really wanting to do it, and they've been real open and cool, and they're just, yeah, they're really cool about it. So they're good hearted like that. So I hope you guys will get behind that as well. So anyways, it'll be fun, I promise. So the bromide sets will be coming at some point during the month of June. Like I said, when I see Kosame, probably the next time I see her will be in June at the show. We'll take all the bromide sets then. For Miho, I see her pretty regularly, so we'll get them done when we get them done. Hana, same thing. I've been starting to see her pretty regularly as well, so we'll get them all shot, and I can't wait for you guys to get them. And we'll do what we can with them. We'll try to make it as fun as possible. Give me a chance to get into the rhythm and flow of doing the sets each month, but yeah. And again, one last thing, if you guys do order Miho's Grab Your bromide sets, keep in mind we are doing a Grab Your Checky set for June that Miho wanted to do, and I kind of want to do, but she really wanted to do it. She bought something for it. She wants to wear. It's really sexy. So we're gonna be releasing that as well. But if you want like a double dose of Grab Your for June, we'll pick a different outfit for that and have her do something with that. And that takes a little bit of time though, so Miho will get paid for that, which will be nice, because she deserves it. She puts a lot of effort into that, so do I. But she really puts it in. I mean, because she's the one who has to do it. So, anyways, there you go. So, yeah, and as Sven said, if you haven't picked up the album, she's $580 US dollars into her goal of 3,000. So do the math. please get her closer to that goal. Please buy more than one CD if you can, so you can give those CDs to people. Spread the love. If you plan on buying one, buy two if you can, or buy one of the higher tiers. Remember, the highest tier gets you an online fucking live stream of just like her stuff. Like, I found a place to do it where it's not going to cost me a whole lot of money, actually barely anything, and I'm really excited about it to do an online live stream if you guys buy at that highest level. So, you know, um, we have it all planned and we're gonna do it all. So, you know, I've tried to give you guys as many bonuses and incentives as possible for this. So please do get on it. And again, 3,000 bucks, she gets an MV, and you guys get to choose the MV. So buy more if you can. You know, that's coming up right there. And then, like I said, I'll have Kasame's CD crowdfunding tiers, which are pretty fun and awesome. Plus another thing with that's very special and limited. That'll be coming out also in June. But the CD is coming out in July, but I'll be setting up the crowdfunding starting in June. And she will also have a big goal. And then Hana's single will be released as soon as I get them. I'm just waiting. I pressed them. They're on their way. She will have an EP or a CD later this year, maybe next year. I don't know. It depends on how fast I can get her in the studio, what songs are going to be on it. I'd like to do a full length, but I do have a single coming from her, so you'll get that. And other than that, the photo book, Miho's second photo book is scheduled maybe the fall will be coming out. And then in between Kasame's CD release and that photo book is the month of August, which Miho will be doing an epic online Checky session concept that hopefully you guys will get behind. In addition to online Checky sessions, Hisatsuya Momomo and Emo Pipi will be having their Checky session in June as well. Keep in mind that is Emo Pipi's very, very last thing they are doing as an idol group, spending it with you. Please support them. Please make sure you dump some money into those Checky for Mirai-chan and Minori and Hina and Noepi. That would be great. For July's online Checky session, I have an idea based off a group that's coming to Idol Underworld in June. 100% coming. There's no question. It's just I'm waiting on one thing. They may want to do an online Checky. They really want to meet you guys. They actually, one of the reasons they want to work with me is because they have a real desire to meet foreign fans. So like one of the girls in the group is like a big Breaking Bad aficionado. That just tells you how much they like foreign cultures. So I might do their online Checky session in July, but I also really have been asked by Okinawa Electric Saya Girl to do an online Checky session. So I would love to do that as well in July if you guys don't mind a double dose. It's up to you guys. I don't know. Just give me feedback. Let me know what you think. And then, yeah, I did want to do a birthday live event. And yes, I am hinting here. In case you're wondering if I am, I'm definitely hinting. I don't have any money for it. So if I don't get any money for it, no birthday event. But if I do get money for it, I could probably put something together in time to make it happen. Minimum cost for a birthday live event's $1,500. That would get me basically any of the venues you've seen me do stuff at right now. All the venues I've been at right now, that's about the price range I'm looking at for a live event with iColony live stream. But if I could level up and do something like Shinjuku Loft, which is a little lot more, 2,500, I want to say, or something like that. I forget what it is. It's ridiculous. I have a good connection though. The Loft staff, they know me really well from a lot of the time I spent there with a certain other group I used to work for who had shows there every other weekend. They know me really well there, so I could easily go to them and be like, "Yo, I want a Loft show," and they'll do it. I have access to some bigger venues that would maybe even give me discounts. Of course, Shibuya Cyclone, Garrett, that whole system, I got access to them. Cyclone is such a great place to have a show, but it's not as big as I want. I'm looking to do a big festival for my birthday, and to do a festival, something like Shinjuku Loft would be perfect for that. And they haven't had one in a while there, I don't think. Or go back to do Chelsea Hotel. I really like doing Chelsea Hotel. It was wonderful there. It was easy. And it's in the middle of Shibuya, so very convenient for everybody. Loft is in Shinjuku, but Loft is again, it's a badge of honor if you play there. if I could do an even bigger place, that would be great. Veets, I think Shibia Veets would be insane. Too expensive, but that is a massive venue. But again, it's up to you guys. If anybody cares to talk to me about my birthday event happening and can support something like that, hit me up privately. I'm also not going to push it. My focus is Miho and Kasame this summer and Hana getting their stuff out. My birthday event, don't really like skipping it. It's always been fun. The past 2 years I've done it, everybody seemed to be very, very happy with it and enjoy it a lot. Everybody enjoys it. Last year though was a bit dismal. Like nobody really showed up on the Japanese side for it. I had all these great groups and like none of their fans came pretty much. So that suck ass. But you guys showed up. And so that's why I'm saying this to you guys. If you guys want me to do a birthday live event, I need some help on that one. But I'm also not pushing for it either. All my focus, insight money, all of it's going towards the CD releases. That's more important than anything. Keep in mind though, on my birthday was when Miho and Kasame debuted. So it is kind of important to remember the debut, like the anniversary. Typically, idols will do a special event for their debut anniversary. So my birthday fit really well with that concept. But like I said, as of right now, I don't got the money to do it. I could potentially do it at a smaller venue, which wouldn't cost me anything. But how do I put it? It'd be like leveling down when the first event I did was at Roko Macon, and that was pretty big size. The second one was at Chelsea Hotel. That's a bigger, in terms of venue and everything, it's a much bigger step up in my, I don't know if it's a step up. I guess that's debatable, but it's definitely a good match of honor. But to go next level would be something like Loft. That's so great. And that's why I guess I'm just kind of saying that. But I also be happy to do it at a little venue too. I don't care. Um, it would just be nice to honor Miho and Kasame in that sense, even more than just my birthday, whatever. I just would love to see Miho and Kasame get a anniversary live because 1 year is pretty impressive for idols. Most idols are gone after, I swear, 6 months if you're lucky, or after 1 year they're done. But Kasame's got a special path that she's going to be taking, but it's a good path. It's definitely something I agree 100% with, and I'm happy with, and she's happy with. That's all going to be revealed later. It's definitely good though. It's definitely good, and then not bad. And then Miho's, she really wants to stay at least until she meets you. It's been our dream. It's been we've made that commitment. So I'm hoping that that stays true until you guys can actually come here, or we can come to you, whichever happens first. So anyways, that's it. That's everything. I just wanted to recap. So you know, go on Idol in the World, pick up some HKP checky for Hisatsuya Momo, PP checky session next month. Start getting those numbers in now. Pick up Miho's CD at the crowdfunding tier level you can support. If you want to support me with the digital bromides, hit me up with that. Tell me your tier, get the payment in. I will put you down on my list. If you have any desire to see that birthday live and / debut anniversary live from Miho and Kasame happen, hit me up privately. And side note, I will be having stuff coming. I just, full disclosure, I'm meeting with Hanako-san very soon, so I can't imagine she's not going to not give me goods. Hopefully the new CD, which I think is going to be given to me. I hope. We'll see. I don't want to say anything. What she does is what she does. We'll find out. I should be getting Seeds Pistols new CD that came out a couple months ago, but it will be a special signed CDR if because Hana's gonna be playing with them in like a week or two, and or not even then. I think is it this weekend? I think we're playing with them. I can't remember, but we definitely I definitely want to get that CD off them at that time. Now, will they give it to me? Who knows? They'll probably forget. But that's very that's on the way. Benny Chan said she's sending me stuff in the mail, a whole bunch of stuff. I guess she wants me to sell. Okinawa Saichan hasn't gotten to me yet about her monthly thing she does every month, so I don't know what's going on with that, or why. She's usually always pretty late about that, but I don't know. Maybe she stopped doing it. So, but she usually always has stuff. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. So I think Yeah, I got some goods coming from other groups and other people coming is what I'm getting at. Plus, I do have a new group coming in June that'll be wonderful, and I'm excited to have them. And you guys will be happy. They have merch too, so like it won't just be like Checky. Like you guys will actually be able to get merch from them, which will be nice. So, although the Checky are really good, I took them and they're great. So yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know. I mean, whatever's going on with Hanako's, whatever's going on with her. I meet her. She gives me what she gives me, and that's it. I did have other plans with her, but she doesn't. I don't really know what's going on with those plans. So I guess we'll find out. But she's got it. She dances to the beat of her own drum always. But yeah, so that's it, guys. You guys have a lovely and beautiful night. Please enjoy the rest of your day, evening, whatever it is, wherever you're at. And really just happy to just talk and connect with you guys. I'm glad that Miho, Hana, and Kasame are giving you guys a lot of joy. I definitely want to focus more on them more than anybody else at this point, just because they are my three girls, and now everything's starting to roll forward. We definitely have a goal and a desire to increase the fan base here, increase the fan base overseas, and to keep you guys interested in bringing the income in order to make it a viable business as well. And so I hope that that will happen. So we've got all this great stuff. Oh, hi, Ethan. Wow, you're joining late. I'm just about ready to get off. But you got your GG checkies. That's wonderful. I'm so happy to hear that, man. And hopefully you enjoyed them and they are everything you wanted. But you should give me a call or something afterwards so we can chat about it because I'm about to get off here. So, but yeah, guys, thank you so much again. Really, I'm really, really, really grateful. Uh, if your heart's heavy today because what happened in America, just know this: you're not alone. uh I'm always here one way or another, and if you ever feel like you're down to the point where you're gonna do something fucking batshit insane, don't, and reach out to somebody. But more importantly, understand that life is precious, and your life is precious, and the lives of those around you are precious, and they should be treated as such. And all of you here are a part of something big. The idol world, as small as it is still bigger than the universe, in the sense that the love and the happiness that can happen in a moment's notice at an idol event, or meeting an idol, or talking to fans of idols, that's immeasurable in terms of the joy that can fill your heart with something like that. And let it fill your heart. Um, Waking up today and seeing the news in America, and just, breaks your heart, makes you just want to say fuck it, and this life sucks, and God's a piece of shit, and every other horrible thing you want to think in those moments. But then I went to an idol show tonight, and even though it started out a little bit rough, it turned to be an insanely fun show. Even though the fans were, doing the whole side, standing on the side, and not really giving Kasami the love she deserves. Kasami crushed it. She just fucking crushed it, and the fans definitely took notice, and they were very kind to her afterwards during the Taibon. She got several people to follow her. She had some great conversations with everybody. The producer of the show loved it. I got to see the one girl that runs Samurai, who I think is adorable, and she's such a sweetheart, and she's super kind. Samurai is such a legendary venue. They're super anal about their pandemic rules, which at this point makes them the least favorite venue of mine. But if they could just drop all the pandemic rules, I'd have shows there as much as possible. I love Samurai, but yeah, they're just really anal about that. But that being said, it was still a great show. It was fun. I got to meet some new fans. The first group that played blew me away in the sense that they were instantly fun. Unfortunately, manager didn't seem like he really had a clue as far as like working with me and wanting to work with me. So whatever, but we'll see. I don't know. Maybe it was just a gaijin surprise. Oh my god, what is this white person speaking Japanese to me? And I get that a lot, deer in the headlights look. But anyways, life is just definitely something that, even in my darkest days, even when I'm looking at my bank account realizing there is nothing in it that can support any of this, and yet somehow I still keep going. Somehow, well, the somehow usually ends up being you guys. Just know that there is, if you ever feel like down to the point where you either want to off yourself or off somebody else, don't, because I promise you there's a reason you're here. And just because you don't know that now doesn't mean that there isn't a reason to be aware of. Hi, David. Late in joining the party, but glad you're here. About to get off though. um, but thank you anyways. But just understand that I was a counselor for 6 years, and I counseled everybody from drug addicts with heavy opioid dependency issues to anorexic and bulimic girls 1 pound away from being so underweight they were going to die right in their where they stood, or I should say crawl, because some of them were so weak they couldn't even stand, to severely mentally depressed people who have tried to kill themselves. And I'll never forget this one girl that I counseled. I was working at a residency in Chicago, and it was like this big multi-level residency where basically patients got dropped off by their rich ass parents, and like 1 month staying was like 30 something thousand dollars. And so you're talking about the riches of the rich in America. And this girl was really cool, and she had privileges. She was allowed to go out of the residency and live a normal life. She was out real late, and I always pulled the night shift because, if you guys can't tell, I'm a night person. It's like 2 in the morning here. And I always, I mean, this was me even when I was in my 20s. And I always did 16-hour shifts. I always did from 3 o'clock in the afternoon to 7 o'clock in the morning the next day. I don't know. I was able to do it. It wasn't a big deal for me. It was hard. 4 or 5 in the morning gets a little hard, but it was usually pretty peaceful. It was never really any issues. I mean, occasionally, but this one time, this girl came back, and she came to the door, and I opened the door of the lobby area, and I'm just me downstairs. Oh, the floors above me is where all the girls and guys stayed, and she's just covered in blood. And I'm looking, and her wrists were just slashed beyond recognition. And so I grabbed her and I put her in an ambulance, and like we basically went to the hospital. And I remember the doctor like trying to put me in a chair, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "Well, where are you hurt, son?" And I'm like, I looked down, and my clothes were just covered in this girl's blood. And I had saved her because if I hadn't done that, she would have died from blood loss for sure. I mean, I obviously had the suture, I'd cut off the wound, like wrap it, make sure she was okay and didn't die, and then took her to the hospital, literally holding her in my arms and going to the ER. Swear. Um, when I say ambulance, I meant like me going as sorry, I had mistakenly said that. We like took a taxi basically, which thank God the taxi didn't like say no to that. But anyways, but I just remember feeling in that moment that like this girl seemed to have so much purpose in her life despite being at a clinic for what she was there for. And still somehow found herself to be so depressed that she thought that was the better solution than to go on living another day. And it just it always came down to the same thing with people like her. And the one thing I learned more than anything when I was doing counseling is this: if you know why you're here, and if you know why what's happening to you is happening, you can deal with it. Plain and simple. And that, believe it or not, is the answer to life. It really is. If you know why you're here, then you'll have no reason to not be here. You know, you will fulfill that purpose. Maybe that purpose is to sacrifice your life for somebody. Actually, then I guess you won't be here. But other than that, if you don't have a purpose in life, then of course you open yourself up to drug dependency or escapism or depression. Um, and I'm not going to deny the scientific facts behind like maybe chemical imbalances that plays a part in it too. Serotonin levels have to be at a certain level, and cortisol levels have to be down a certain level in order, or up, I should say, in order for you to really be in a place where you may or may not be happy or sad. I'm not going to deny the biochemistry component of things like depression. But what I am saying though is it always seems to be mind over matter no matter what. If you like I know why I'm here, I have many reasons to be here. And because of that, I've never really considered to say fuck it and just kill myself, because I have no reason to, honestly, I don't. Yeah, my life is pretty difficult. Some of the worst things that's ever happened to me in my life has happened in the past couple years since being here in Japan. Probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me happened since I got here. um I have struggled more than I care to ever admit, although you guys have heard most of those struggles, so I won't go into them. Um, it's just I still wake up every day with hope. I still wake up every day thinking that it's gonna be all right because it is. And as long as you have that bit of hope and understanding of why you're here, I promise you your life will be worth living. And believe it or not, you can give yourself that purpose. Even if you feel like you don't have one now, give yourself one. Who knows? What comes to your mind might actually be what you're supposed to do. Or it might take you 400 tries before you get to the right purpose. There are people that are 70, 80 years old, and they haven't found their purpose yet, and then they find it and then they're happy. There's no age requirement to finding it. There's no age restriction. And when I look about what happened in America, and I wonder what that kid's purpose was to do what he did, and I realized when you read about his history a little bit that we've known so far, yeah, he had no purpose, plain and simple, and no purpose. Mix that in with access to firearms equals death in some level, uh, always, whether it's his own or others. In this case, unfortunately, others and his own. Um, there's ever an ending that's going to be a good ending to that very dark walk. But it doesn't have to be dark. Your purpose is the light. It's the light on your path. And so I don't know what's going to happen with me in my life. I'm still trying to figure it out. I have many reasons to be here. I don't know if those are the right reasons. I don't know if I'm deluding myself into thinking what I'm doing now is what I'm supposed to be doing. It feels like it, but it may not be. But in my heart, it feels like it. So I'm going to go with it. Even though it's been incredibly rough and difficult, and don't even know how I do it most days. I really don't. But I do know this. You guys all have a purpose. You all have a reason for existence. And I challenge each and every one of you, if you are feeling down or you need to be reminded of that, to do a mental inventory or be practical. Get a piece of paper out and just write down all the reasons you think you're here. Um, Try to stay away from family and friends and stuff, because then what happens if those family and friends die? Then you're purposeless. You want purpose that is solid, as solid as can be, I guess you could say. So it's really all about like why you exist on this earth, and you have to know that reason. And if you know that reason, you're never going to do anything like what happened today in America. So and it also give you strength to deal with what happened today in America, and try to make sense of the tragedy of so many young lives lost because another human being on this planet did not have a purpose, and no one was there to help him, or maybe they were, or he just didn't want it, or he's convinced of a different kind of purpose that really wasn't it, but he thought it was. It can get pretty murky and shady once you really get into it. But anyways, I just wanted to leave you guys with that note. You're loved. Um, if you look at the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, they all say the same thing at its core: love your neighbor as you love yourself. And so do that, and try to show some love. Try to make that what you do, and love yourself too. Give yourself a lot of love. You deserve it. And I hope that at the end of the day you understand that I'm here for you as much as I can be. I know you guys are here for me as much as you can be. And idols are here for us, and they help us. And to tie them into this whole thing, they can offer some purpose to some degree, and they can offer some happiness when needed. Like I needed it today, and I got it. Kasame made my heart very happy today. The other idols that I saw made me very happy. The fans made me very happy today. They were actually pretty nice. Um, yeah, it's there. If you just look around you, you have the support and the love you need. I promise you, and I hope that'll always be true for me and also you. Ah, sorry, that's my sister. Anyways, I hope you guys are well, and I hope that you guys will continue to, just live your life in peace. And if there's anything I can do for you, let me know. And if there's anything that you need from me that I can possibly provide, let me know. And please continue to support Miho, Kasami, and Hana. Miho needs you guys more than you know. Her mental health is very much helped by you guys. Kasame is such a rock, but you guys are such very loving to her, and it does help her. Hana too. Hana's she's a very, very strong girl, but believe me when I tell you, your support means the world to her. So you're in our hearts as well. Idio desu. Okay, that's my big final speech. Have a good night. Love you guys to death. I mean, really mean it. Like big, big, big idol heart. Am I doing it right? Yeah, kind of like that. Look in between. Isn't that's like very idol, right? Have a good night, and I will talk to you guys soon. And we'll do this again next month, like I like to do. Hopefully, you guys will tune in and hit me up privately. Like I said, if you have anything you want to talk about, the birthday live event that may or may not happen this year, which would also doubles the debut anniversary event. Pick up the Checky for HKB. Miho CD, Kasame CD will be available next month along with Miho's Grab Your Checky set. Digital bromide sets. Just be a part of this. Be a part of the community. It helps. It helps me, helps you. I promise you, it helps the girls. And yeah, we'll just leave it at that. So, guys, have a good one. Talk to you guys later. And bye-bye.